If one aspires to the papacy, leading the Catholic Church and its billion-plus members, certain qualifications are essential. Firstly, adherence to Catholicism is a must, followed by being male. Although seemingly straightforward, the ascent to Pope is exceedingly rare for lay Catholics, differing significantly from electoral positions. The selection process is internal, managed by the College of Cardinals. While theoretically any Catholic man is eligible, the Cardinals typically favor candidates from within their ranks. Electing a non-cardinal is a historical anomaly, making cardinal status a de facto prerequisite. Therefore, aspiring popes must first become cardinals, necessitating a climb through the church hierarchy, starting with priesthood. Unlike some denominations with simpler ordination processes, the Catholic Church requires rigorous training, including a degree in Catholic philosophy and a master's in divinity. Additional requirements for priesthood include being male, unmarried, and committed to celibacy. Meeting these criteria and demonstrating dedication to the Church leads to ordination, typically involving managing a Catholic church or assisting another priest. Advancement requires succeeding one's superior. The next step is becoming a bishop, a more exclusive group, with only about 5,000 worldwide compared to 400,000 priests. Bishops oversee multiple local churches from cathedrals. Career advancement depends on a bishop's retirement at 75, or death, creating a vacancy. However, selection isn't an open application process. A secret list of potential bishops, updated triennially based on recommendations from current bishops, exists. Inclusion on this list requires piety, a minimum age of 35, 5 years of priesthood, and a doctorate in theology. Even with these qualifications, placement isn't guaranteed. The list is given to the Apostolic Nuncio, the Pope's ambassador, who selects 3 priests, conducts thorough research and interviews, and recommends one. The Nuncio's report is sent to the Vatican's Congress of Bishops, which reviews appointments globally. Dissatisfaction with the candidates prompts the Nuncio to restart the selection process. Once the Congress approves a candidate, the Pope receives the nomination but retains veto power, potentially restarting the process. Consequently, filling a bishop's position can span months or years. Assuming timely vacancy, inclusion on the secret list, successful interviews, and approvals from the Congress and the Pope, one becomes a bishop. However, the path doesn't end there. Becoming a cardinal is the penultimate step. Despite the prestige, cardinals are essentially bishops with added responsibilities, notably electing the Pope. Appointment to cardinal is solely at the Pope's discretion, with only 200 out of 5,000 bishops being elevated. Upon becoming a cardinal, one awaits the Pope's death or retirement, the former being more common. Cardinals under 80 assemble in Vatican City, isolated from external influences. The election begins following procedures outlined by the deceased Pope. Voting occurs 4 times daily in the Sistine Chapel, requiring a 2/3 majority. Cardinals write their choice on paper, recite a Latin phrase before casting, and the votes are counted and burned. Black smoke indicates no decision, hence the media's focus on the chimney. The high threshold and deliberate voting pace often prolong the election for at least 2 weeks, though it can extend to years. Securing the support of fellow cardinals leads to the final act, choosing a papal name, traditionally that of a predecessor. Upon acceptance, ballots are burned to produce white smoke, signaling the selection of a new pope. In summary, the path involves being a Catholic male, becoming a priest among 400,000, then a bishop among 5,000, and finally a cardinal among 200. Then one must await the Pope's death or retirement and persuade 2/3 of the cardinals to elect them.